Hello and welcome to Rochford District Matters, the magazine produced by the Council for its residents. This is the Winter 2014 edition. In this edition are articles on extending your home, the ancient woodlands, the Best Head Teacher Award, Flood Forum takes action, Pledge for Plastics, a change in Rochford District Council bank details and much more. But the first item is the Chairman's Year so far. I was honoured to be elected by my colleagues to serve as Chairman of Rochford District Council in June this year. Aside from my formal duty of chairing council meetings, I've had the privilege of being able to attend a number of events already in my year, and I've met so many of you. Our district of Rochford is fortunate to have many active organisations and groups who work for the benefit of those within the district. I spent an enjoyable day earlier this year attending the first disability exhibition staged by Disability Essex based in Rochford. This exhibition showcased the many disability aids, information and services provided to disabled people. I was also able to meet many people and learn more about how these aids and services have led them to lead a more independent life. I attended a concert at the Mill Hall by young music leaders from Rayleigh. 6 groups of talented musicians from the Fitzwymark School had led music sessions at 6 primary schools within Rayleigh, and these ensembles had created and composed their own music. The range and maturity of the music composed was breathtaking and showed how well our young people can work together. July saw the RAVS, Rayleigh, Rochford and District Association for Voluntary Service, AGM and Awareness Day, and it brought together information and services to assist the more vulnerable residents in our area. I also had the privilege of meeting many older residents who attended the Community Older Persons event held recently. The day focused on a range of subjects from home security to fire safety, with many other subjects in between, such as a chair fit taster session to meeting Max, a pet therapy dog. This year marks 100 years since the beginning of the First World War, and I had the privilege of attending a candlelit service at the Royal British Legion Memorial in Rayleigh, organised by the Royal British Legion Rayleigh branch on August the 4th. On the same day, the Council also participated in the Lights Out campaign. This saw all municipal buildings darkened, with just one lamp left alight in a window. One of the buildings used, the Windmill in Rayleigh, also hosted a very interesting and thought-provoking exhibition mounted by Rayleigh Through the Looking Glass, which highlighted the impact of the First World War on Rayleigh. Although this year marks the start of the First World War, do look out for other events throughout the next 4 years as we continue to remember those who served and fell during this terrible battle. With Remembrance Day on November the 11th, I had many invitations to local events which I was honoured to attend. It is important we all go along to the events organised by the Royal British Legion branches in Rochford District to remember those who died in 1914-18 and in all conflicts since then. Your council also hosts a number of events for our residents. I had the privilege of attending Wild Woods Day on a gloriously hot day and participated in many of the free events on offer. I also spent 2 days walking around and meeting many of the artists who participated in the Rochford Art Trail this year. It was fantastic to see the range of work, and I do hope some of you were able to buy many of the works of art on offer. These are only a few of the many events that I've been invited to attend so far this year. If you'd like me to come along to an event, please contact Lynn Rackley, Civic Officer, on 01702 318 144 or email lynn.rackley@rochford.gov.uk. In these uncertain economic times, I know many of you face difficulties in your lives. However, as I have hopefully highlighted, there are a number of organisations within the Rochford District who are able to help you to overcome these difficulties. You can always contact the Council to find out more. It only remains for me to wish you all a happy and safe Christmas and New Year, and I hope to meet many of you in the coming months. Councillor Mrs. June Lumley, Chairman, Rochford District Council. Another year sails by. It has been another busy year for the award-winning Rayleigh Windmill, from hosting storytelling evenings to holding exhibitions and marking the First World War centenary. But the highlight of the year by far was winning the National Museums and Heritage Award for Customer Service Excellence, which recognised the exceptionally high levels of customer service delivered by the windmill volunteers. It really has been a year to remember. The season's events kicked off with the National Mills Weekend, where the windmill volunteers dressed up in traditional period costume and ran guided tours. August saw the windmill look at its most stunning, as poppies, which had been planted to commemorate the First World War, bloomed just in time for the World War I exhibition held by Rayleigh Through the Looking Glass. Heritage Open Weekend, held in September, recorded the highest number of visitors to date. There were workshops in storytelling, drama, and arts and crafts for children across both days, as well as newly acquired traditional periods for children to dress up in. To top it all off, the windmill secured the Quality Assured Visitor Attraction Award from Visit England for the 6th year in a row, and the venue has been shortlisted as a finalist in the Wedding Venue of the Year Heritage category of the Essex Wedding Awards. With the end of the year now in sight, keep an eye on www.rochford.gov.uk/windmill for more events in 2015, or follow the windmill on Twitter @Rayleigh_mill. The Rayleigh Windmill hosts a self-contained exhibition space on the second floor. We're offering local artists and voluntary community groups the opportunity to use the exhibition space to promote their work or the work of their organisation. The windmill will be open on Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays from the end of March to the end of September 2015. There's no charge for exhibitions. Artists or groups would be allocated an approximate 4 to 5 week period and will be expected to staff the exhibition when the windmill is open. If you're interested in exhibiting or you'd like more information, please email sophie.manus@rochford.gov.uk by Friday the 16th of January. Please include a brief description of how you propose to use the exhibition space.
£50,000 funding pot to help local businesses. A £50,000 funding pot is being made available to help local businesses to expand and provide jobs. Rochford District Council has obtained the funding from the Business Southend Growth Hub in order to support local companies to grow while creating and safeguarding jobs across the district. Businesses can apply for funding to cover 30% of any project they're planning, which can range from helping to fund a new website or to update one already in place. The grant applications must be agreed by a grants panel and are not project or sector specific. If you would like to apply for funding, you simply need to get in touch with the Economic Development team at Rochford District Council. Funding for projects will only be available until February the 28th, 2015. The scheme will also enable businesses to access a range of support, including tailored business advice, mentoring and one-to-one specialist support. On top of this, there will be a range of workshops designed to inform and help businesses across the area, delivered by Essex Chambers of Commerce. Innovation vouchers worth £5,000 will be available for businesses who want to access expertise and specialist advice through Anglia Ruskin and Essex universities. This funding is being provided via Business Southend, which was established earlier this year after Southend-on-Sea Borough Council secured £1.8 million to deliver a growth hub. The funding was secured from the government's Regional Growth Fund through Lancaster University, who are leading the creation of 15 new growth hubs across the UK. The Business Southend programme will deliver business support, grants, innovation workshops and specialist expertise, and a range of events aimed at supporting new, growing and established businesses. This has now been made accessible to all businesses across Thames Gateway, South Essex. To find out more, call the Economic Development Team on 01702 546 366 or email business@rochford.gov.uk. Businesses can also register on the dedicated website www.businesssouthend.co.uk. 5th Annual Rochford Art Trail was a blast. Rochford's ever-popular art trail returned for its 5th consecutive year, once again playing host to dozens of artists who exhibited their talents in the town's shops, cafes and businesses. During the 10-day exhibition, droves of people were seen walking the streets of Rochford, clutching their maps, showing how effective the town can be as a visitor destination. Paintings, photography, glass arts, digital illustration, jewellery and textiles were displayed in shops and businesses around the town for visitors to view at their leisure. And just as they thought they'd seen everything, yet another new attraction would become available, such as pop-up arts and crafts market, silversmithing workshops, a day of film viewings and live theatre performances. The art trail was the ideal chance for local artists to display their work and make new contacts and customers. It provided new and upcoming artists with an exciting opportunity to practice taking part in an exhibition, boosting their confidence and developing skills that will continue to help them throughout their careers. And it played a part in developing the local community by drawing residents into its heart, the library, and giving young schoolchildren a unique opportunity to get out and explore the arts together through fun workshops inspiring their young minds. What's more, local business was given a boost, with many people visiting Rochford for the first time, excitedly talking about what a great find it is, with its vast array of quirky shops offering a variety of gifts and homewares. One visitor said, "I've travelled through Rochford many times, but I've never stopped and looked in the shops. The Rochford Art Trail has made me realise how many unique shops there are in Rochford, and in future, when I need a special gift or accessory, Rochford will be my first port of call." The 2014 Rochford Arts Trail is now over, but whether you're an artist wishing to take part or an expectant visitor, make sure you look out for next year's events, and that will run from Thursday the 17th to Saturday the 26th of September. Be safe in open spaces. If you see the team working an area, for your own safety, please follow these simple rules. Avoid entering the worksite. Take an alternative path. Do not approach staff in a danger zone. Stop and wait for staff to come to you. Dog walkers, as soon as you hear or see machinery or signage, please control your dog and attach its lead. Horse riders, we always look out for you and will quickly shut down machinery so you can safely pass. For sale: firewood, chestnut fence stakes, wood chip, which is great for mulching flower beds and for chicken runs, oak benches, plus more items to follow in the near future, such as charcoal, pea sticks and bean poles. The Woodlands and Open Spaces team would like to thank all our regular visitors for their care and consideration when using the district's open spaces and woods. You are our eyes and ears, Please continue to tell us of any issues or if you see something rare or interesting. Contact us if you have any questions or sales enquiries or any other queries. You can call Customer Services on 01702 318 111 or email customer.services@rochford.gov.uk. And more information on the country's woodlands is available at www.rochford.gov.uk, www.naturalengland.org.uk and www.woodlandstrust.org.uk, and just follow the links.
The head teacher of a Rayleigh secondary school has been commended as the best in the country. Andy Hodgkinson of the Swain Park School attended a national awards ceremony where he was presented with the Gold Plato Pearson Teaching Award for Best Secondary School Head Teacher. He said, "This award is for the whole school community. I'm fortunate to lead a school with an incredibly committed and hard-working staff, effective governors, and most importantly of all, wonderful pupils. So the award is absolutely something for us all to celebrate." He said it was also an exciting time for the school, having just opened its sixth form in September. Rayleigh is an aspirational town with 35,000 inhabitants, he said, and so we felt very strongly we wanted to give families a greater choice in terms of post-16 education and enable pupils to stay in the town if they wish to continue their studies. Chairman of Rochford District Council, Councillor June Lumley, said, "This award is a tremendous achievement to be recognised as the best secondary school head teacher in the entire country. It really does make all the difference to have someone who can lead from the top, and having met with Mr Hodgkinson, it's clear to see just how enthusiastic he is about the job. I'm delighted that we can offer such first-rate educational opportunities in the Rochford district."
Boundary Review Stage 2. The Independent Local Government Boundary Commission for England, or LGBCE, is carrying out an electoral review of Rochford District Council. Stage 2 of the public consultation for Rochford District ward patterns will take place between 9th of December 2014 and the 16th of February 2015. This follows their analysis and deliberation of submissions received on ward patterns during the first stage consultation. During the Stage 2 consultation period, the LGBCE will publish its draft proposals for new electoral arrangements, new wards and their boundaries and names for public comment. Your views will make a difference. Local people know their area best. That's why they're asking what you think of the proposed ward boundaries. For more details and interactive maps, visit www.consultation.lgbce.org.uk or www.lgbce.org.uk. And have your say. You can send your views to the Review Officer, in brackets Rochford, Local Government Boundary, Commission for England, Leyden House, Turnmill Street, London, EC1M 5LG. You can email reviews@lgbce.org.uk, or you can follow them on Twitter @LGBCE.
There is a budget survey 2015-16 included in this issue of Rochford District Matters. Now, it may be difficult for some residents to complete these forms on their own. Rochford District Council has confirmed that if someone finds this difficult, they can call the council on 01702 546 366 and help will be available. The survey is very detailed, but we will now give you an overview of what the survey contains. Section 1 gives you the opportunity to select a priority for certain services, high, medium or low. It also gives the current cost per head of that service. The services in question are these: cultural and related services, the windmill, leisure premises, recreational spaces, planning and development, economic development, voluntary grants and community safety, environmental services, environmental health, public conveniences, street cleansing, recycling collection. Section 2 asks if you would be happy to see an increase in council tax if it avoided further reductions in service. Section 3 asks if you would be happy to see an increase in the expenditure to resolve flooding issues, even where these are not the District Council's responsibility. Section 4 asks whether you would be happy to see parking charges introduced at open spaces in the district to support those facilities. Section 5 would like to know your top 3 issues that you would like the Council to deal with. Section 6 asks what services you think the Council should reduce or stop doing. Section 7 asks how the Council improve access to its services. The closing date is Friday, January the 16th.
Citizens Advice Bureau is celebrating its 75th birthday. The charity first opened its doors at the outbreak of the Second World War, offering advice from town halls, libraries, private homes, and even horse boxes. Nowadays, people can get advice face-to-face over the phone and online. Rochford and Rayleigh CAB's top enquiries revealed. Rochford and Rayleigh CAB is run by 8 staff and 70 volunteers who helped 2,568 people last year. Between April and June 2014, the issues most local people sought help about were benefits, relationship issues, family issues, and debt.
Charities clean up. The results of Rochford District's pioneering Charity Litter Bins project have been published, showing a dramatic reduction in litter levels in Rayleigh. The pilot, a first for the UK, incentivised people to bin their litter responsibly by linking the amount of litter collected in the bins to donations to local charities. On average, over the course of the pilot, litter on the ground was reduced by 41.7%, with the biggest reduction in a single month being 53.38%. Rayleigh and Wickford MP Mark Francois joined Chairman of Rochford District Council, Councillor June Lumley, Rose Tehan from Keep Britain Tidy and Mark Graham from Wrigley, which funded the campaign at the Rayleigh Windmill to award the charities their donations. As a result of the pilots, the charities, RAVS, Wyvern Community Transport and the Mushroom Theatre Company benefited by a total of £1,331.50, which will be put towards their activity in the local community in Rochford. In August, a BBC camera crew came to Rayleigh High Street to film a documentary focusing on the campaign. During the filming, council staff and waste collection contractors also spoke about litter on the town's streets and the various methods Rochford District Council are using to reduce it. Members of the public were interviewed about their views on reducing litter.
Christmas and New Year collection days for Rochford District. Rochford District residents are among the best in England when it comes to recycling, and we'd like to say a big thank you for your help. With Christmas just around the corner, it's more important than ever that we try to minimise our waste and recycle as much as possible. And there are some changes to Christmas collection days. Recyclables, Monday the 22nd, Tuesday the 23rd and Wednesday the 24th of December are all as normal. Christmas Day, Thursday the 25th, will be moved to Saturday the 27th, and Friday the 26th will move also to Saturday the 27th. For your non-recyclables, Monday the 29th, Tuesday the 30th and Wednesday the 31st are all normal. Thursday the 1st of January 2015 moves to Friday the 2nd, and Friday the 2nd moves to Saturday the 3rd of January. Please note there are no compostables collections on Saturday the 27th, recyclable only. Reduce food waste and save money this Christmas. Here's some top tips. Take a look in your cupboards, fridge and freezer and make a note of what you already have. This will help you to avoid doubling up when hitting the shops. Only buy food that you actually need. How many people are you actually cooking for? Prepare for meals and use leftovers. Tasty recipes for leftovers can be found on www.lovefoodhatewaste.com. Savvy storage. freeze leftovers and visit www.lovefoodhatewaste.com for new ideas, such as freezing wine and cheese. Don't neglect your compostables bin this Christmas. You can compost fruit and vegetable peelings, raw and cooked food, meat and fish, including the bones, plate scrapings and leftovers, eggshells, tea bags, tea leaves and coffee grounds, bread, dairy products, no liquids, as well as garden waste.
The Citizens Advice Bureau. The CAB service provides free, confidential and impartial advice and information on a variety of aspects of daily living, including finances. If you live in the district and would like to speak to an advisor, you can phone 0344 477 0808, Monday to Friday, 9:30am to 4pm for initial assessment. You can email www.rochfordcab.org.uk or visit their offices. The current opening hours for the Rochford office in Back Lane, Rochford, SS41AY, Tuesday and Thursday, 10am to 2pm. The Rayleigh office at the Civic Suite, Hockley Road, Rayleigh, SS68EB, Monday, Thursday and Friday, 10am to 2pm. You can also visit www.adviceguide.org.uk for useful information and advice.
COPE Safety Event Success. More than 40 residents filled Rayleigh Baptist Church at the Community Older Persons event, known as COPE, organised by the Castle Point and Rochford District Community Safety Partnership. The event, funded by Rayleigh Town Council and sponsored by the Cooperative, was held on National UK Older People's Day and aimed to give the older generation lots of information and tips on how they can stay safe in their daily lives. The church hall was packed with different stalls and presentations, including Essex Police advising on home security, the fire service talking about carbon monoxide poisoning, pets as therapy, Alzheimer's Society, Citizens Advice Bureau and talking newspapers for the blind. The chairman of Rochford District Council, Councillor June Lumley, who attended the event, said, "I was delighted to see so many residents taking the opportunity to get lots of advice and tips on how they can feel safe and be safe, not only in their own home, but whilst out and about. To find out more about future COPE events near you, please call Sophie Manus on 01702 318120. A Keep Safe scheme has been launched in Rayleigh, with 20 people signing up on the day. Once people have signed up, they can go to a Keep Safe venue and ask for help to contact a family member, friend or carer. Local venues identified as safe places provide free access to use of a telephone or will make a call on behalf of someone producing their Keep Safe card. If you wish to sign up to the Keep Safe scheme, please contact Community Safety on 01702 546366. Council of the Year. Rayleigh Town Council has been awarded Council of the Year by the Essex Association of Local Councils, known as EALC. This prestigious award was presented at the EALC's annual general meeting on the 18th of September 2014, when the chairman, Councillor Eddie Dray, and Town Clerk Kerry Cumberland were presented with a certificate and silver platter. The chairman of the EALC, Sheila Jackman, MBE, remarked in her speech that the EALC has 100% membership of the total 274 parish and town councils in Essex, and Rayleigh Town Council won this award by a long way. She was particularly impressed by this town council's connection with the local communities, such as the Christmas lights event and the annual visits by school councils who are invited into the council chamber to ask the chairman questions. Town Council Chairman Councillor Eddie Dray said, "This is a lovely award to receive and we are immensely proud of this achievement. Rayleigh Town Council has a strong team of 23 councillors and 3 members of staff who all show dedication and commitment to working hard to get the best for our town."
Crime-free Christmas. Many of us will be preparing for Christmas, with our thoughts turning to what presents friends and relatives would like. At the same time, another section of our community is also thinking about spending sprees. Sadly, not theirs, but yours. Each year, the papers are filled with stories of car thieves and burglars who take the opportunity to relieve us of the gifts we've bought. Before you leave home, make sure your house is safe and secure. Have a walk round and think about how you'd get in if you locked yourself out. If you can, so could your not-so-friendly burglar. Remember, being secure is equally important when you are home as when you're out. Don't leave parcels and presents on display. If you're out shopping and need to drop items back to the car, be sure to lock them in the boot. Parcels under the Christmas tree look lovely, but they are a great advert if they can be seen from the outside. If you're doing your Christmas shopping online, be on the lookout for scams and frauds. With more and more items being bought on the internet, there are plenty of fraudsters who are keen to access your account details or sell something dodgy. Here's some helpful tips for safe online shopping. Be careful when buying from people with little or no history. Check the item's description carefully. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Beware of people offering you a deal below the current bid or reserve price, especially if they contact you direct. Be aware of phishing emails that look like they come from the online auction or payment site you're registered with, asking you to update your account details or re-enter them because your account has been suspended. If you bid for an item unsuccessfully, don't be tempted to trade off-site if another seller approaches you with a similar item. For more information, go to www.essex.police.uk and follow the fraud link, or contact Rochford District Council's Community Safety Team on 01702 318 112 for a copy of Fraud Isn't Just a Scam, It's a Crime, which is a guide to identifying and preventing fraud. Disability sports sessions proved to be ace. More than 40 people from all over the district packed out Stanbridge Memorial Hall to try out some free disability sporting taster sessions in a joint initiative run by Rochford District Council, Active Rochford, Essex County Cricket Board and Stanbridge Parish Council. Sitting volleyball, boccia and table cricket were all on offer and not only proved to be great fun but also brought out the competitive spirit in everyone. Attendee Sue Camp said, "I didn't know what to expect, as you don't hear about these things very often, especially being free of charge. I had a great time. Who would have thought I would be trying my hand at a Paralympic sport alongside a Paralympic gold medalist?" The chairman of Stanbridge Parish Council, George Yanu, said, "I would like to thank everyone involved in making this disability sport taster session a success. The bar has been set to ensure individuals of all age groups with various disabilities have a structured facility to enjoy the sporting engagement and social aspect of future events." Paralympic boccia gold medalist Dan Bentley, who is supporting the sessions, was also on hand to show off his skills and encourage others to try out some games. Mark Winship from Forget Me Not Day Centre said, "It's fantastic to see all the volunteers who've given up their own time to help make this event the success it is, and the fact that they had fun is an added bonus. We're really grateful to the organisers for making sessions like this possible and giving those who might not have had the chance the opportunity to try out a new and fun sport." A regular weekly session will start in Stanbridge this winter, with all ages and abilities welcome to come along. If you require transportation, please contact us so we can discuss what assistance we may be able to provide. For more information and notification of dates and times, contact Mark Aldous, Sports Development Officer, Rochford District Council. The telephone number is 01702 318 121, or you can email sport@rochford.gov.uk.
Extending your home. If you're thinking about extending your home, you can find advice at www.rochford.gov.uk/planning/advice, or you can call our planning team on 01702 546 366. An extension or addition to your house is considered to be permitted development, not requiring an application for planning permission, subject to the following limits and conditions. No more than half the area of land around the original house would be covered by additions or other buildings. No extension forward of the principal elevation on side elevation fronting a highway. No extension to be higher than the highest part of the roof. Single-storey rear extension must not extend beyond the rear wall of the original house by more than 3 metres if an attached house, or by 4 metres if a detached house. In addition, outside Article 1.5, designated land and sites of special scientific interest, the limit is increased to 6 metres if an attached house and 8 metres if a detached house until the 30th of May 2016. These increased limits between 3 metres and 6 metres and between 4 metres and 8 metres respectively are subject to the neighbour consultation scheme. Maximum height of a single-storey rear extension of 4 metres. Extensions of more than 1 storey must not extend beyond the rear wall of the original house by more than 3 metres. Maximum eaves height of an extension within 2 metres of the boundary of 3 metres. Maximum eaves and ridge height of extension no higher than existing house. Side extensions to be single-storey with maximum height of 4 metres and width no more than half that of the original house. 2-storey extensions no closer than 7 metres to rear boundary. Roof pitch of extensions higher than 1 storey to match existing house. Materials to be similar in appearance to the existing house. No verandas, balconies or raised platforms. Upper floor side-facing windows to be obscure glazed, any opening to be 1.7 metre above the floor. On designated land, no permitted development for rear extensions of more than 1 storey. On designated land, no cladding of the exterior. On designated land, no side extensions. The term original house means the house as if it was first built or as it stood on the 1st of July 1948 if it was built before that date. Although you may not have built an extension to the house, a previous owner may have done so. Designated land includes national parks and the Broads, areas of outstanding natural beauty, conservation areas and World Heritage Sites. This will be subject to the house having permitted development rights in the first instance. These are sometimes removed and the planning history of an individual property would need to be checked to confirm this. We would encourage people to apply for a lawful development certificate to confirm whether a proposal meets the necessary permitted development criteria if they are at all unsure or would like formal confirmation from the council. This advice is a summary of the regulations on extensions and detailed advice should be sought before commencing works.
Now, with flooding, who to call? The Environment Agency website contains details of river level and flooding information and can be accessed at www.environment-agency.gov.uk. You can call Floodline on 0845 988 1188 using quick dial 036343 for up-to-date flooding information. If your property is either flooding or is at immediate risk of flooding, then call Essex County Fire and Rescue Service using 999, but be aware that if there is no obvious risk to life, your call will be prioritised and attendance by the fire service may be delayed. You can call the Environment Agency Incident Hotline to report flooding from a main river or the sea on 0800 80 70 60. Report blocked gullies and highway drainage issues to Essex County Council via the Report a Problem page at www.essex.gov.uk/highways or call 0845 603 7631. To report flooding from sewers, call Anglian Water on the 24-hour emergency number 03457 145 145. General information on getting ready for winter is available at www.metoffice.gov.uk /get-ready-for-winter. Driving through flood waters. Many cars will start to float in as little as 12 inches of water. Plus, the engine air intake on many cars is low down at the front of the car. Just an egg cupful of water ingested into the combustion chamber is sufficient to destroy an engine. Only drive through flood water if you know it's not too deep. This will be no deeper than the lowest part of the vehicle's bodywork. Don't attempt to drive through fast-moving water, such as at a flooded bridge approach. Your car could easily be swept away, even at modest depths. With standing water, physically test the depth of the water with a pole, wade in if necessary, but only where it's safe to do so, or observe the depth against other vehicles that cross successfully. But just because they are successful, it doesn't mean it's appropriate to follow. If in doubt, don't. If you have to drive through water, select a low gear so the engine revs are higher, slipping the clutch if necessary, or for automatic vehicle, select the lowest ratio and balance the throttle and brakes. Before entering, consider other drivers. Pass through flooded sections one car at a time. Don't drive through water against approaching fording vehicles. Drive slowly and steadily to avoid creating a large bow wave. Test your brakes as soon as you leave the water. If you get stuck, firstly, ensure the safety of all involved, including other road users. Do not repeatedly try to start the engine. This may cause further damage. Call for recovery and wait in a safe place.
Give change where it counts. Begging in the Rochford district has become more apparent this year. In Rayleigh, we have seen individuals regularly begging in prominent spots. Some do passively, while others can be more demanding. The harsh reality is that compassionate handouts will encourage people who beg to continue with their street lifestyle, rather than bringing about real and lasting change. Evidence shows many people begging use this money to buy drugs or alcohol, and ultimately this helps keep them on the streets. Concerned individuals should know that in Rayleigh we've spoken with these people and very few have been homeless. Rochford District Community Safety Partnership is working with a range of organisations to properly support people to tackle their problems so they don't need to beg and get their health and work situation back on track and make some lasting change in their lives. We'd ask you to consider giving instead to charities which can help make a real difference in people's lives. We are working with St Mungo's Broadway, a homeless charity, and Open Road, who work with people affected by drugs and alcohol. To make a donation, go to www.mungosbroadway.org.uk or call 0208 600 3000 or www.openroad.org.uk or call 01206 369 782. Lines are open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. Alternatively, Hopework operates a local reuse centre for furniture and electrical appliances and needs donations. You can call them on 01268 743232 or email info@hopework, and that is spelled HOPEWORX.org.uk. Help with your council tax. If you are getting council tax support and are struggling to pay your bill, Rochford District Council has a dedicated officer, Lee Brown, who can offer help and advice. You can call him on 01702 318 089. Visit him at the council offices South Street, Rochford, between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, or request a home visit if you find it difficult to get out. Lee is working closely with the Citizens Advice Bureau, or CAB, and may refer you to them for advice on budgeting and managing debts. Visit www.rochford.gov.uk/money advice for useful information and advice.
How do you bin yours? Rochford District Council has taken part in a campaign to reduce chewing gum litter. Encouraging residents to bin it your way, the council partnered with the Chewing Gum Action Group, or CGAG, an organisation chaired by DEFRA, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, and funded by the chewing gum industry to tackle gum litter in the UK. The Rochford district saw a 64% decrease in gum littered after the council took part in last year's campaign. This year is set to be even better, as several major retailers joined the campaign, as well as local schools and businesses, who gave away chewing gum wraps to help people bin their gum responsibly. I'm loving it. Staff from Southend McDonald's have again been helping to litter pick problem areas with Rochford District Council to encourage others to clear up and take pride in where they live. The litter pick took place in the district and involved volunteers from Rochford District Council, Southend McDonald's and CETA UK, who all spent an afternoon's work clearing up various areas and ridding the district of unsightly litter. This is just one of the many planned litter picks due to take place throughout the district over the next few months. If you would like to volunteer to get involved, please contact the recycling team on 01702 318 111. Community. It's great to volunteer. Give your CV a boost. In a recent survey of some of the UK's leading businesses, 73% said they'd employ someone who's volunteered over someone who hasn't. Gain time bank credits. Participants' volunteering time is reciprocated with volunteer support in return. It operates on the principle that time is money, and everyone can participate. This can involve practical skills such as DIY or gardening, sewing, learning a new language, or playing board games and sharing a cup of tea. Improve your confidence. You'll learn and do things that you might not normally get the chance to, which can be a real confidence boost. Improve your health. Research has found that volunteering can help you sleep better and boost your immune system. Meet new people. You could meet like-minded people that you might not normally come across. Get back into work. It's a great way to fill gaps in your work experience and get a reference. You can also try out different types of work, which can be really helpful if you're looking for a job or want to change direction. For a no-obligation information leaflet, contact RAVS on ravs@ravs.org.uk or call us 01268 772796 for an informal chat.
Joint Area Action Plan. Plans to generate 6,000 jobs are a step closer. Thousands of new jobs, a new modern business park and road improvements for Rochford District are a step closer to being realised as plans for London Southend Airport and surrounding land near completion. The London Southend Airport and Environs Joint Area Action Plan, known as JAP for short, was submitted to the government to be examined in December 2013. Following public hearing sessions, the government inspector has set out the changes he feels needs to be made to the plan so that it is sound and therefore can be adopted by the councils. Rochford District and Southend councils have made these changes and we now await the inspector's final report. The JAP will manage future development at the airport as well as creating modern new business space immediately to the west of the airport, known as Saxon Business Park, that will provide a wide range of job opportunities. It is anticipated that the plans will lead to the creation of 6,000 jobs in total. In the last Rochford District Matters, we reported how advanced progress on the preparation of the JAAP had helped to secure funding for new infrastructure in the area. This includes planned improvements to the Bell and Kent Elms interchanges on the A127, which will come forward thanks to a growth deal set to bring £442 million of government investment to the south east. It is expected that investment will continue as plans are firmed up. The JAAP is not just about economic growth, though. It also includes controls that will ensure development is carefully managed in the interests of residents' quality of life and the local environment. The plan has evolved over time to account for feedback from residents, with thousands of comments, suggestions and ideas being received throughout the process. The next stage is to await the inspector's final report. If it is found to be sound, it will then be for the two councils to adopt the JAAP through full council. To find out more about the JAAP, go to www.rochford.gov.uk/JAAP. Keep on running. Free weekly park runs are coming to Hockley. Park Run organises 5-kilometre timed runs all over the world. Events are open to all, free of charge, and safe and easy to take part in. And very soon, park run events will commence in the blissful setting of Hockley Woods. Hockley runs will take place every Saturday from 9 a.m. People of all abilities are encouraged to participate, from those taking their first steps in running to Olympians, from juniors to experienced runners, all are welcome. Volunteers are also needed to help with marshalling, timing, barcode reading and more. Call 07885 837324 for further information or visit www.parkrun.org.uk. Get up, get out, get running.
The Money Advice Service. If you're worried about your financial health, ask MA. You can phone them on 0300 500 5000 Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Calls cost no more than the standard call. They provide free, confidential and impartial advice and can help you with managing your money better, reviewing and reducing your borrowing. Money saving tips, universal credit and other benefits, work and money, bank accounts and credit and debit cards. Visit www.moneyadviceservice.org.uk for useful information and advice. Out and about. Clubs and groups. Events at Rochford Library. Wishing Well Centre, every Tuesday 9:45 to 10:15 a.m. Stories and rhymes for babies and toddlers. The Job Club, every Thursday 2 to 4 p.m. Get help and advice with building your CV and searching for work. Baby and Toddler Group, every Friday 9:30 to 10 a.m. Stories and rhymes for 0 to 5-year-olds. Book sale every Saturday, all day. What will you discover? Dial, every last Tuesday each month, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Disability information and advice. Caremark, every last Thursday each month, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Advice on care and support at home. Computer training, we can help you start using a computer. Just ask staff for details. The Rochford Martial Arts Academy. Martial arts and Tai Chi classes for adults and children. Beginners classes are throughout the week. They're held at Unit 2C, Swain Industrial Estate, Ashington Road, Rochford, and beginner sessions are free. Contact 01702 808 262 or info@rochfordmartialarts.com or www.rochfordmartialarts.com. Art classes, they're suitable for beginners and more experienced students. Monday 10 a.m. until 12 noon, Tuesdays 10 a.m. till 12 noon and 1 to 3 p.m. Held at the Women's Institute Hall, Bellingham Lane in Rayleigh. Contact 01702 615 475 or email paulacock43@yahoo.co.uk. Badminton. The Fitzwymark Badminton Club wish to recruit social players to play on a regular basis. It's on Mondays 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. It takes place on 4 courts at the David Cox Sports Hall at Fitzwymark School in Rayleigh. Contact the Fitzwymark Badminton Club chairman on 01268 771914 or email worships@talktalk.net.
Cricket. Rankings Cricket Club, run by qualified coaches, will be meeting through the winter. All are welcome. It's on Mondays from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Greensward Academy Sports Hall and caters for age groups from under 9s to under 15s. It costs £3 each per evening. Contact 01702 257 005 or 07786 524 996. The Roach Art Group. All abilities catered for, good lighting and facilities. Membership enquiries welcome. It's on Wednesdays from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. at St Teresa's Parish Centre Hall, Ashington Road, Rochford, and the entrance is via the school gates, with the hall being located to the rear of the church. Reasonable fees apply and there are details on request. You can contact Jill on 07968 745975 or John on 07933 263 930. The Institute of Advanced Motorists is a friendly local group which meets to discuss motoring and road safety issues on the first Wednesday evening of every other month at the Hockley Community Centre, and the contact is Jean Mansell on 01268 754 922. Active 50 plus classes, the fun way to get active and keep healthy. All abilities welcome. Thursdays 1:30 p.m. in the Hockley Health Club. Fridays 9:30 a.m. at the Hawkwell Baptist Church Hall, and Fridays at 10 a.m. at the Great Wakering Community Centre. There's no need to book, just come along and join in. There is a contact number 07740 626 226, or you could contact www.activelife.uk.com.
Thursday Art Group. This small, friendly art group is suitable for all abilities. It's on Thursday afternoons between 1:30 and 4:30 p.m. at the Old Fire Station, Hockley. Contact Colin Gammon 01702 204 706. The Recycled Teenagers Forum is a friendly and welcoming group providing encouragement and support for people over 40 to access activities and day trips at affordable prices. Fridays 11 a.m. until 11:45 a.m. at the WI Hall, Rochford Square. Aerobics will cost £2.50 for members, £3 for non-members. Contact us for membership and trip information on 01702 616 619 or 07792 207 724. We can also be contacted at recycledteenagers@live.co.uk, and the website is www.recycledteenagers.org.uk. Family Theatre. Arthur's Dreamboat. Arthur has an amazing dream about a beautiful pink and green boat. Based on Polly Dunbar's book, this playful show features breathtaking puppets and music by Tom Gray of the winning band Gomez. Recommended age 3 to 7. This is on Sunday, February the 8th, 2015, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the Mill Arts and Events Centre. Tickets are £4 each, and the booking number is 01702 318 191.
Council and committee meetings. All meetings will take place at the Civic Suite, 2 Hockley Road, Rayleigh, SS6 8EB, starting at 7:30 p.m. And for more information, call Member Services on 01702 318140. The Development Committee meet on December the 18th, 2014, January the 29th and February the 26th, 2015. The Executive, January the 7th and February the 4th. Full Council, December the 16th, 2014, February the 10th and 24th, 2015. The Review Committee, January the 6th and February the 3rd, 2015, and the Treasury Management Task and Finish Group, January the 27th, 2015. Sports and Leisure. Rochford District Health Walks take place on Mondays at 10:45am in Holbridge. Meet in the car park on the corner of Ferry Road and Paul's Lane, bus route number 20. And Thursdays at 10:45am in Hockley Woods. Meet in the Pay and Display car park, entrance next to the Bull, bus routes number 7 or 8. February half-term holiday activities are from February the 16th to the 20th. Check www.rochford.gov.uk/holiday activities nearer the time for more information. And Rochford District Disability Sports Sessions are a regular weekly session and they will start at Stanbridge Memorial Hall this winter. For further information and notification of dates and times, contact Mark Aldous, Sports Development Officer, Rochford District Council, 01702 318121 or email sport@rochford.gov.uk. Please note that although events are checked before going to press, they are subject to change. We recommend you visit our website at www.rochford.gov.uk or contact the organisers to check before going to an event. Pledge for plastics. We are urging residents to recycle more plastics. Did you know that you can recycle all plastic bottles, plastic tubs, pots, trays and plastic carrier bags in your grey recyclables bin? An estimated 2.5 million tonnes of plastic packaging is used in the UK each year. By recycling your plastic, this reduces the need to use virgin plastic resin, oil, to make new plastics. We want residents to pledge to recycle one more plastic item per week. This could be anything: a plastic bottle including shampoo and cleaning product bottles, plastic meat trays, yoghurt pots, margarine tubs, ice cream tubs and vegetable and fruit punnets. These can all be recycled in your recyclables bin. For a full list of what can be recycled, visit www.rochford.gov.uk/recycling. As part of a national Pledge for Plastics campaign, you can pledge to recycle more plastics at www.pledge4, that's a figure 4, plastics.co.uk/pledge. Join the thousands of UK residents who have already pledged. Reuse your plastics. Lots of items can be reused again, such as clothing and furniture, but do reuse your plastics. A simple way to reuse plastic bottles is to use them again. Water and drinks bottles can be refilled and they can be reused in the garden. Plastic pots and tubs can be used for storage, such as for freezing leftovers or for storing arts and crafts materials. This way you can also save money by not buying storage boxes. The recycling journey of a plastic bottle. Have you ever wondered what happens to your empty bottles once you pop it in the recyclables bin? Follow this journey to find out how your unwanted plastic is reborn as a great new product. Your empty plastic bottle is placed in the recycling bin. The recycling truck takes it to the sorting centre. The bottles are sorted to different material types. Baling machines squash the bottles and make solid blocks called bales. The bottles are then shredded into flakes, which are washed in a big whirlpool bath to clean off the labels and dirt. The flakes are sorted again depending on whether they float or sink. Giant industrial dryers dry the flakes, which are blown down pipes into bags or boxes. The sorted plastic is ready to be passed on to the recyclers and manufacturers. New products such as clothes, duvets, garden furniture, kids' toys, kitchen utensils, pens, fencing and pipes are then created.
Rochford District Council has changed its bank. If you pay your bills by direct debit, your bank should automatically amend your details to reflect this change. Standing order, you will need to give Rochford District Council's new bank details to your bank. And their new details are Lloyds Bank PLC, The account name is Rochford District Council. The sort code is 308012 and the account number is 10542560.
Rochford District Matters is designed and published by Rochford District Council. Its editor is Laura Bliss. The telephone number for the council is 01702 546366 and the magazine is printed by Morton Print Limited 01507 523456. This recording has been produced by volunteers from Rayleigh, Rochford and Castle Point Talking Newspaper.
Registering to vote. The way we all register to vote has changed. The voter registration system changed in June 2014. The new system is called Individual Electoral Registration, known as IER. By now you should have received a letter from us letting you know that either your details have been confirmed and successfully transferred to the new system and you don't need to do anything further, or you need to provide us with additional information in order to be registered under IER and have been sent an invitation to register form. If you have recently moved house, you may not be registered. You can now register online at www.gov.uk/register-to-vote. For more information, please phone the Elections Officer on 01702 318187. Your vote matters. Make sure you're in.
Rochford Area Action Plan. Plans for the future of Rochford Market Square have been changed as a direct response to residents' feedback. This follows a consultation between March and May this year, which included having an exhibition stall at Rochford Market. 2 options were presented, but following your feedback, both plans have been dropped in favour of one that better reflects local views. The 2 options initially suggested each took different approaches to the market square. However, whilst neither option involved complete pedestrianisation, responses to the public consultation made clear just how important it is to have car parking available to businesses and visitors. As such, an alternative option has been drawn up, which increases rather than reduces the number of parking spaces in the square. Proposed changes to the Market Square form part of the Rochford Area Action Plan, the plan that will set out how future development in the centre of Rochford is managed. This plan was submitted to Government for examination in November 2013, but following the examination hearing sessions, options for the Market Square were looked at again. Proposed changes also include switching the entrance and exit to the parking area after a number of residents suggested this. Proposals for the Market Square, along with other changes proposed to the Rochford Area Action Plan as a result of the examination hearing sessions, are set out in the schedule of modifications, which were out for public consultation until noon on December the 4th. The main purpose of the consultation was for people who made comments on the previous version of the plan to be given a chance to say whether they think their concerns have been addressed. However, anyone may comment on the proposed changes to the plan, and we welcome comments from everyone. More information on the consultation on the schedule of modifications to the Rochford Area Action Plan, including how to respond, can be found online at www.rochford.gov.uk/RAA Plan, in Rochford Library or at Rochford District Council's offices. Sports Awards winners. Talented local sports stars were recognised at the Rochford and Castle Point Sports Awards 2014, sponsored by Pinnacle PSG. The winners were announced at a gala ceremony organised by Rochford District Council and Castle Point Borough Council. Chairman of Rochford District Council, Councillor June Lumley, said, "We are lucky to have such a wealth of local sporting talent. This year, nominees included world champions, British champions, Commonwealth Games athletes and European champions, as well as those who have spent decades giving up their spare time to volunteer. I would really like to thank all the nominees for their efforts, as well as those who made this event such a success." And these are the winners. Sports Personality of the Year, sponsored by Wells Legal Solicitors, The Rochford District, Lucy Hodges, MBE, and for Castle Point, Paige Curson. Young Sports Personality of the Year, sponsored by Southend United Community and Educational Trust, Robert Runciman for Rochford and James Eade for Castle Point. Disability Sports Personality of the Year, sponsored by Waters and Stanton Limited, Matthew Oaten for Rochford and Matthew Hamilton for Castle Point. Services to Sport, sponsored by the Cooperative Funeral Care, Mike Worship for Rochford, Clive Hopkins for Castle Point. Rochford 2012 Respect Award and Castle Point Respect Award, both sponsored by Affinity 1777, Dave Record for Rochford and Heart and Soul Cardiac Rehabilitation for Castle Point. The Sports Club of the Year, sponsored by Fusion Lifestyle, Rankins Cricket Club for Rochford and Special Olympics Essex for Castle Point. The Rochford District Council Chairman's Award, sponsored by Councillor Mrs June Lumley, was Matthew Lee, and the Castle Point Borough Council Mayor's Award, sponsored by Councillor Mrs Jackie Govia, Lauren Bann.
The Sports Personality of the Year award was a well-deserved win for Lucy Hodges, having just achieved a gold medal in the IFDS Blind Match Racing World Championships in 2014. Lucy and her team won all 13 of their races at the event in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, USA. It has been an incredible run for Lucy, who received an MBE for her services to blind sailing in the Queen's New Year's Honours List, a gold medal in 2013 at the IFDS Blind World Sailing Championships in Japan, and gold at the Blind Match Racing Championships in Italy earlier this year. She also runs the charity Great Britain Blind Sailing and was previously awarded Rochford District Sports Personality of the Year in 2010. Lucy said, "I think it's good kudos for the local authority to run something like the Sports Awards, as they help to develop people in the local community. To see me getting an award encourages youngsters and others with a disability, as they can have someone to look to locally and have a bit of drive and ambition. It's also good for parents of a child born with a disability to see someone where it hasn't stopped them in life. They've got a job and a sporting career."
The allocations plan. A member of the public launched a legal challenge against the adoption of the allocations plan earlier this year, and the council are currently awaiting the court's judgment. The allocations plan is one of the key documents against which planning applications are determined. It allocates land for a range of uses, including housing and employment development, as well as allocating land so that it is protected from development. It is required to conform to the Rochford Core Strategy and includes the allocation of specific sites for development in the general locations identified through the Core Strategy. In short, the challenge relates to whether consultation on the plan and consultation on a technical document that accompanies the plan was adequate. The claim has taken longer to hear than was initially expected, but hearing sessions have now concluded. We await the court's judgment, and we have not been given a timescale for this. As such, the council is not able to comment further on the matter until the judge has made his decision. In the meantime, the policies in the allocations plan remain in place, as there has been no application to have them suspended before the judgment is made. And to view the allocations plan in full, go to www.rochford.gov.uk/allocations.
The ancient woodlands. If you have ever walked in woods filled with bluebells, then you have probably been in some of the oldest woodland in Britain. Britain has around 12% of woodland cover, making it one of the least wooded countries in the EU. The majority of Forestry Commission plantations and secondary woodland filled with quick-growing spruce and pine. Sadly, only 2% is ancient woodland because much of it has been lost due to farming, food production and housing since the First World War. We are fortunate to have Hockley Woods in our district, a mosaic of adjoining woods creating the largest continuous ancient wood in Essex. So why cut down trees? If our woods were connected and larger, they would be self-supporting. Natural processes such as storms and grazing animals would create clearings, allowing sunlight to penetrate. This balance of light and shade cultivates many rare flowers and creatures. Sadly, our ancient woods are now too small and isolated to provide enough of these natural nurseries. Ancient woodland contains more rare and endangered species than any other terrestrial habitat in the UK. Many, such as bluebells, wood anemones and the common dormouse, rely on wild rides and coppice processes for their existence. Left unmanaged, trees grow, forming a dense canopy, and plants lose their battle for light. In neglected woods, the variety and numbers of species declines and are eventually lost. So what is coppicing? Native hardwood trees are cut and new growth develops, providing a sustainable timber crop. This process can prolong the life of a tree by centuries. Many old trees show signs of previous management. A coppiced lime tree at Westburt Arboretum is estimated to be around 6,000 years old. Opinions about coppicing vary greatly. Some call it deforestation, others delightful. Each season, the variety of vegetation creates attractive woodland alive with creatures. Sudden change to a beloved walk or favourite spot can be heartfelt, but very few people fail to appreciate the new flowers and wildlife that appear in recently coppiced areas. Hockley Wood's importance was championed in the early 1900s by the then Rochford Rural District Council, who set about preserving and purchasing some of the remaining local ancient woodland, Hockley, Betts and Kingly Woods. The wood's importance is now recognised nationally by being designated as a site of special scientific interest. All conservation work are strictly controlled by Natural England and the Forestry Commission.
Focus on bluebells. The native species, Hyacinthoides non-scripta, has dark flowers in one-sided nodding racemes with strongly recurved petals and white anthers pollen. The Spanish bluebells, Hyacinthoides hispanica, has paler flowers produced on all sides of the upright stem, less recurved petals and blue anthers pollen. Bluebells indicate that a site is, or once was, ancient woodland. Britain's woods contain 50% of the world's bluebells. As a protected species, it is illegal to pick bluebells, and please stay on the paths to avoid trampling. There's a legend that bluebells ring to summon fairies. Archaeological evidence has shown that bluebells have been used as glue to attach feathers to arrows, as book-binding glue, and to stem bleeding. The environment. Flood Forum takes action. Residents have been attending meetings organised by Rochford District Council to address local flooding issues. The Forum for Surface Water Flooding Issues was set up to bring together organisations including Essex Highways, Anglian Water, the Environment Agency and the Essex County Council Flood Management Team for an in-depth discussion about how to resolve issues across the district. Rochford District Council is not responsible for flooding issues, but created the forum in an attempt to help resolve issues for residents. The aim of the group is to find out who is responsible for various watercourses, ditches and drains, and then try to ensure that those responsibilities are complied with. Rochford District Council's principal engineer has visited various sites where flooding has occurred to try to identify the source of the problem and speak with some of the affected residents before passing his findings on to the relevant agency to resolve. Essex County Council, the Environment Agency and Anglian Water are also undertaking to resolve flooding issues in streets across the district. At these forum meetings, residents have directly raised concerns about problem areas, which the agencies agreed to review as a matter of urgency. Rochford District Council had previously budgeted £18,000 towards tackling surface water drainage. This will now be eligible for a match funding offer from Essex County Council, who are offering up to £50,000 to tackle local flooding issues. At the last meeting, about 30 locations were discussed in relation to maintenance works, tracking down of responsible landowners, high-pressure jetting, camera surveys and installing screens. Rochford District Council also voted to fund the digging of a new ditch to the rear of Blower Close in Rayleigh in an effort to protect residents' homes from flooding. Although this is not the responsibility of the District Council, the decision was taken in order to expedite matters, as so many residents and landowners were potentially affected. For a list of streets discussed by the forum, visit www.rochford.gov.uk/press releases.
This Summit for Local Businesses. More than 70 business people attended the Rochford District Skills Summit. Delegates spoke with specialists from across the education, training and recruitment sectors to understand more about apprenticeships, business development, training, funding and staff. On hand to provide information and advice were exhibitors including 360 Degrees, Essex County Council, Ixion Holdings, Job Centre Plus, Low Carbon Business, National Apprentice Service, National Skills Academy for Retail, Reed NCFE, RAVS, Salvation Army Employment Services, CIVIC, South Essex College and Southend Adult Community College. Briefing sessions were also provided on key topics of interest such as how to utilise the South Essex Growth Grant, how to utilise the skills support for the workforce programme, how a work-ready young person can help your business, how to utilise an apprentice to expand your business, and how to utilise volunteers. The free event, sponsored by Low Carbon Business, was part of Rochford District Council's very successful Business Breakfast programme.
The Mill Arts and Events Centre. On Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th of December, Christmas party night, 7 p.m. to midnight. Phone 01268 778 171 to book. Sunday the 21st of December, Lost in Christmas, an entertainment showcase. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. For further details, email info@famousentertainments.co.uk. Sunday the 28th of December, Rayleigh Windmill Open Day between midday and 2 p.m. Wednesday the 31st of December, New Year's Eve party, 7:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Phone 01268 778 171 to book. Saturday the 10th of January 2015, Vicky Wellness Fitness Day between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Sunday the 25th of January and Sunday the 22nd of February, indoor boot sale between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Friday the 6th of February, Jason Manford's Comedy Night at 8 p.m. Sunday the 8th of February, Arthur's Dreamboat. More information later. And Saturday the 28th of February, Pink Floyd Tribute Band, 6:30 to 11:30 p.m. Please note that although events are checked before going to press, they are subject to change. We recommend you visit our website at www.rochford.gov.uk for updates.